Okay, good evening. So today we will start our lessons. Let me do this screen sharing. So last class we learned about how to create a drawing using different shapes, then how to do the modification of the diagram. Then we also learned about creating a flow chart. Okay, so maybe we learned about creating a flow chart, and then we also learned about creating a graph, which is a chart, right? So this is what we learned in the last class. Basically, we use the different shapes to draw the different shapes, then we modified using changing the colors, the background, the borders. So all these are modifications. And then we also use the learned about how to draw different pictures using the basic shapes. Then we focused upon to draw the flow charts for a simple exercise. And then finally we learned about how to make a chart. So this is what we learned in the last class. So any doubts on this, Sajib? Did you try to practice?
Sir, I practice already is on problem. Uh, I can make the flow chart, but inside the writing a problem.
So the writing you had problem here. This one, the letters you have problem, is it?
Yes, correct.
Okay. So basically, what problem did you face? You cannot type it, or
Cannot type it.
okay, so basically, if I want to do this, just insert. Okay, I'll just make a new flow, simple exercise. Of course, I will not do everything, but we just make a small one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so insert, shapes, flow chart. So I just draw the shape, okay, or whatever shape. Insert, shapes, flow chart. Okay. So this is the shape I draw. So then you have to insert the text, right? Okay, so you go to format, go to add text. You see,
Okay.
you have to go to the format tab, and then from there you have to click the add text. Then you can see this, all these groups and all the icons are appearing. So now you can type.
Okay, sir.
So you can also change the directions. You remember we studied about changing directions and size, color, even the alignment, everything you can change. You see? So this is what maybe you need to practice again. Okay, so you try next time and then let me know. Now you understood, right?
Yeah.
So the step I think you missed out is the going to the formats. So here directly you cannot type. So you should go to format, add text.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Sorry, sir, I am Paramamatable. I newly joined now class.
Very important. Very.
Who's that? Sorry, your name?
Paramamatable.
Very important.
Sorry, you came for the previous classes, right?
Yeah, last week I was missed.
Yeah, okay, so last two class you didn't come. So did
Uh,
you see the video?
Yeah, I see already sir video.
Okay. So what did you manage to practice based on the video?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I already practiced with the
Research.
Okay. So any doubts for you?
No doubt, sir.
Okay. So if you have any doubts on your previous last two classes that you missed, you can message me. Okay. So you can message me in WhatsApp and check with me.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you.
So we start today's lesson since we are both of you are here. So today we will learn about another very important topic, how to create a document. Okay. So how to create a document, how to do the header, footer, page number, table of contents, the background and theme. So if we are running short of time, maybe the other two topics, these two topics we can see later, but we try to cover everything. Okay, so let's go to the document. Okay, now I have just a file. Don't worry about what it is. Just a document. I have my own Word document that I have with me. Okay, so this, if you have any document at your for your office work or something, you can use that as your practice workshop or for work. So now I just have one Word document, so I don't have any header and footer. So what is header and what is footer? Header is usually at the top of the document. We have certain informations, right? So usually when you read certain books or something, you will always see some heading of the book or page number or some information you will see there. So that is called header. And then at the bottom of the book, you will see there will be also some information like page number or who is the author and so on. So this is called header and footer. So how do you insert a header? So there are different ways. First method is you go to the document, whatever you have, you double click on the top of the page, it can come to here. Or you just go out, just click outside the document, you can go to insert header. You see, now I just choose blank, so I can choose different design also. So insert header, and there is a lot of design that is already in the document. So I can choose whatever design I want. So there is no right or wrong. So what design you like, what you think you want for your document, you can choose. So I just choose this. So when I choose here, you have the text here. So you can type whatever you want. So here I am using the name of the story, what is in the Word document. So Beauty and the Beast is the name of this story. So I keep this as the header. Okay. And here I can now choose whatever design also I want. I can change this to different pattern. You see, it changed. So I just stick to this design because I like this. I can change. So when you have this, you can just 1 second. Okay. Okay. Just give me a second. Okay. So I can now go back. I do again. Insert header. I choose this. Okay, you can see the header appears in all the pages. So this is how you can make the heading. So whatever header means, it will repeat in all the pages. When you make in one place, it will reflect in all the pages. So now certain times you think you don't want in all the pages, you want alternate page, you want a different design. Then you can choose different odd and even. That means odd number is 1, 3, 5. Even number is 2, 4, 6, and so on. So you can decide what design you want. So you can choose different header. You can see here now. This page, first page, odd number, I have a different header. Second page, I have a different header because I have ticked here different odd and even pages. I have chose this icon. So that means I wanted to have different. If you don't want this, you want all the pages to be same, you can just remove this. So all the pages will be the same. You can see now it disappeared. So first page also same, this page also same. So you can do this. And there is one more icon here to tell you that first page is a different page. So you can also choose this, because if you are writing a document, you see here, initially now I have the header even for the first page. Usually in a storybook, the first page you will have the story name and who has written the book. So you no need to have the header and footer there. So for me, I want the first page to be different. So I choose this. So it will change. So I want this to be different. So I can choose the header to be blank. So it changes. So now I can choose here to be different design like before. See, first page is a different, second page is different. So you can choose this method. And in the header, you can also do a lot of other changes. You can insert the date and time. For example, if you want to insert, you can choose this. You see, you can also insert this. If you want this to be automatically updated, you can see there's one more icon here, update automatically. So if you choose this and say OK, that means if you save now, you can see Saturday's 4th September, and this is the format it will save. And if you open this document tomorrow, it will be updating as Sunday 5th September, and the date will change also to 5/9/2021. If you open 1 year later, the date will update accordingly. So that is the feature here in automatic update. You can choose this or you don't want. I think Farah, your side there is some noise coming up. Maybe just try to, sorry, Sajib, I think. Okay, now it's better. Okay, so if there is any doubt, you unmute and ask me so that the class recording quality will be good. Okay. Okay, so far clear? Any doubts?
No doubts, sir. Yeah, sir. I already practices.
So this one already you are using. Okay. So same way for footer. So again, you have two ways of doing it. Either, so you see, this is the normal document you see. So you can come to the bottom of the document, you double click. You click here, you can go to this or insert. You go to footer. You can choose what design you want. Okay, so this is again another way of doing the footer. You can choose whatever design you want. So this is one way of doing it. Next is page number. So I just go back. I don't want this. How to insert a page number. So you go here, same design, page number. So there are so many options here. How to do the page number. Do you want the page number to be on the top of the page or bottom of the page or in the margin or in the current position? Current position means wherever the cursor is, that position the page number will come. So usually in a lot of documents you always have at the bottom of the page. So I just use that as an example. So I want my page number to be at the bottom of the page. I go here, there are so many options for me. You want it to be at the left, center, at the right side. You want to be here, first page on the left. It's a different format. So you have the choice, you can choose. You can also choose page 1 of 1, page 1 of 1. That will help you to see totally how many pages in the document. So for me, maybe I want to choose this. I choose the right side. Okay, you can see now it's very easy for us to know that you are on the 3rd page and there is 20 pages in this whole document. You can also see here at this left corner bottom, pages 3 of 20, total number of words. This one we learned in the 2nd class. So you can understand this. So I just come outside. You can see this page is page 3 of 20. Here is page 5 of 20. I think there is a different footer set in different. That's why you can see the different design. Okay, let me go to footer. Yes. So now it's different. Every page is clear. So if you choose that options, it will be very confusing. So usually in normal work, we don't use all these options. So try not to use, but if you think your work needed, you can change. So usually the header will be always the same because it is a one document. So the header, you try to use one same header and one footer. So usually this is how they use this feature for header and footer. Any doubts on this?
No, sir. Yeah.
Okay. Then you can also do the next thing we can see is about how to do the adjustment of the header size. So now I have my header as this size, right? So it is like this. So I want this to be wider. So you can see this group, you can see here, header from top, what should be the size. So I increase. So now you can see here, the width has increased. So the footer also, maybe I want it to be big. You can see it's shifting up. You can feel it, right? You can see with your own eyes. I reduce, it becomes lower. Increase, the footer is moving up. Same way it will move up for the header also. So in this way you can decide how thick your header or footer should be. The left and right side, do you remember? We can use the margin, we adjust. So this is how you can do the overall layout of your document. Any doubts on this so far?
So no, normally it's 1 centimeter enough, right?
Normally, like what you saw in the default, that is around 1.5 to 1.7. I think that will be the common. So usually, if you are doing a lot of documents, I suggest you can just print one page to see after you do your after you do your setting, or you can also use your print preview. You see, this is another option. If you are familiar with this, actually later when we see, you can also use this option. What is the width?
Okay, sir.
But it's a bit difficult for some people to imagine. So in that case, you can just print one page to see whether that is sufficient. Or if you can see from here whether this is sufficient, you see, you can see what is the header size. And you see here below, you can see what is the size. So if you think this is not sufficient, you can adjust. So print preview is a good tool that you can use to see. But if you are not familiar, then you can, like what I said, you can just go back to you just print one page and try. So this is how you can do this. Okay. Sajim, any doubt for you so far?
No, sir. No, sir. So clear.
How about you, Farah?
Yes, sir. So, okay, sir. I can understand.
Footer, all these things we have learned. Next is about creating table of content. So table of content means, have you heard of this before? What is table of content? If any document you have, for example, you have this document. Usually in a book you see, right? The first page, they will say there is a content, and then which page, which topic is in the page. So that is called table of content. Okay, so next we will learn how to create a table of content. So I use this document to teach you. So now I have in this page, I have a simple introduction about Singapore. So this is some text I have. Then I have pictures in this page. And then in this page, I have a flowchart. In this page, I have a charts. So now if I want to make this like a book, I have to create a contents, table of contents. So how to do that? So first thing before you do that is you have to give a heading for each page, right? So if it is chapter 1, for example, then you say chapter 1 is this. Like if you're going for your any training, they will say first is introduction. Second thing is what topic, maybe what at height. Second topic is maybe confined space or slip, trip, and falls, or something like that. So it's the same way. In a book, you will have different topics. So now I can create a heading for each. So maybe first I write here chapter 1, some introduction of Singapore. So I just give something like that. So you remember we learned about this group. This is a heading. So to me, this is a heading. So I choose heading. Okay, so you can use this format. So I have choose this. So now I go to the next page. So this is a different topic. So I want to do another heading here, which is draw chapter 2. Chapter 2, drawings. Right. So I choose this. In this page now I have a flow chart. So I want to go and say heading. And once you click heading, it will come to the previous design. So I have chapter 3, flow chart. now I go to the next topic. Here I have another thing. So in your real life, it may not be like every page, right? You prepare a report, for example, maybe first page is just introduction of what is the report. Second page could be, you could say what you found in your workplace. Like maybe you are doing some inspection, then you write about who are the team members when you do the inspection. Then the next page you write what you find. After a few pages, you may write what is the corrective actions you want to do. Then you may say what is your conclusion. So it may not be in every page. Our example is like every page there's a new chapter, but it may not be in your real life situation. So you don't worry about it. So here I have chapter 4. This is a charts. Okay. So now I want to publish this like a book, because people who read, they will not know in which page is which chapter. So before we go there, in this document, of course, I don't have the page number now. So I will go and create the page number here. I click on the footer. I want to have the bottom. I want to have the, okay, I just choose this design. Okay, so I choose this design. So I have done this. So now I have put all the headings to all the different topics. So now I want to create the table of contents. So how do I create this? So I just, in the first page, okay. So usually, if you have created the document, then you can just go and insert a blank page. For me, I already have a blank page, so it's not a problem. But in case if you have not considered an empty blank page in the beginning of the document, you can just go and insert a blank page here. So you will have a blank page. Then go to references. Click the references. So once you click the references, you can see there is a table of contents. So click the table of contents. There's a lot of design. So you can choose. You see, I did not type anything, but Microsoft Word has these options, which is very powerful to create for you a table of content. You can see here, chapter 1 is Introduction of Singapore, and it is in page 2. So this chapter, Introduction of Singapore, page 2. Chapter 2 is Drawing, and page 3. So let's confirm whether it's correct. See, chapter 2 is in page 3. So automatically it populates. So I think there is some spacing because of that. It's shifted. I just delete it. Now you can see very easily. You see, page. This is chapter 2. This is chapter 3. Chapter 4 charts is in page number 5. I scroll and go to the first page to see whether it's correct. It's correct. Do you understand this, or you want me to repeat again?
Sir, repeat one more time.
Sir, yes, sir. So from reference, you take up.
Okay, I go back. So for creating a table of content, yes, okay. So I just go back. Okay. Okay, so now I don't have any table of content, right? So table of content is like which page, what information you have. So first thing for that, you should use a header here. So whichever topic you want to do, you have to have a header. So you need to go first, you create the header, you type what is that header of that using the heading. You give the heading to whatever it is. So maybe this is what we created, right? So just to make you understand, I will create one more. So chapter 3 is flowchart. So here I go to heading, chapter 4 charts. So I create a heading. So maybe in the next page, okay, I just create a document one more to help you. So the last page is, okay, I want to conclude my report. So chapter 5, conclusion. So I just type conclusion. So but I should use this as a header. So this is the main thing. You need to use this as a heading. Then the computer can recognize. Okay, so this step is important. Do you understand this up to here first?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so once you create here, so now I want to create a table of contents. So I create a blank page. So if you don't have a blank page, don't worry, you just go to insert and blank page. Then you will have a new blank page. For me, I already have a blank page, so there is no problem. Now I want to create table of content. So I will go here to references. After I click references tab, I go to table of content. There is a lot of designs. So I just choose whatever design I want. That's it. It's automatically, you see, last time when we did, I did not have the chapter 5 and conclusion, but now I modify. You can see it is automatically here. It's very simple. Do you understand this now?
Yes, yes, sir. Now clear.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
This is a very useful thing. This is normally in your workplace, this will be very useful. And normally people will just type chapter 1, they will put the dot. Some people, they don't know how to do this. They just type all these things, then they write like this, chapter 1, then they put all the dot, then they put number 2, then every time you have to go and check, and you lose a lot of time. And sometimes your alignment will not be straight. The number of these numbers may not be straight. So it is very tedious process to do this. So the Word has this inbuilt option. So it's very easy for you to do this. Next is, if you do a document, you can use a cover page, right? When you want to have a book, you will have a cover page, right? So you click that, automatically this template will be inserted in the front. So since this is the format I choose, this is showing this. You want to choose any design, you can choose. Okay, this is nice. So you can write whatever you want, 2021. You can write. Computer class. MS Word. Right? Or this, yeah. You see, you can use this. So automatically it picks up whatever information, because I am the author. The computer is in my name, so here it is already coming, but you can always edit and delete whatever you want to. So this is how to insert a cover page. Do you understand this? So you just to make like a book cover, the first page of the book. So if you're making a report, you can also choose any design like this, or it is a simple thing. You can just click it, it can change. So it's up to you how to change the design. And here you can also customize by adding text box. All these things you can do. Right? So there is no hard and fast rule. So you can do all these things. You understand this? Is it clear?
Yeah, clear.
Okay. So when you want to make a book, you can also make the borders. So how you make a border? Go to page layout. I think we learned about this before. Go to page border. I want to have a border like this, and thick. I want it to be thick. See? Then it looks nicer. So I made a border. So this is also you can do. Understood? So this you can do, and you can also do all the color change. I think this all we learned in the previous classes. So is it clear so far, Farah and Sajid?
Yes, sir. Clear, sir.
Yes, sir.
I've learned about how to do the header and footer, page number, table of content. I think the document background also we just saw, and then the theme. What is the different designs you can use? Right, so the colors you can choose this. Okay, do. Depends on what, how you want to do it. So since this is a copy paste, because I copy it from internet and do it, you are seeing like that. If you create a new document, you will not see this kind of. Okay. Any doubts so far on today's lesson? Any portion you want me to revise again?
No, sir.
Okay, sir. Clear, sir. Thank you.
Okay. So far in the last few classes, we have learned almost, we are now in the 7th class. So if you have to practice every class regularly, so that at the end of the course, we will have a kind of simple test for you, that once you clear, then we will be able to move on to the next topics for certification and so on. So please make sure you practice it, you learn it, then it is useful for you. Okay. Just give me.
Okay, sir.
Thank you.